Europe to be excluded from Russia-Ukraine peace talks.
NGHE and deputies proposes a separate resolution on private economic development.
Tran Man Kwong, young scholar of Nghệ An.
Hello everyone, you are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Đăng. Let's get started. General Keith Kellogg, the U.S. lead envoy to Ukraine, stated that Europe will be excluded from discussions about ending Russia's war in Ukraine. This information came after the U.S. sent a questionnaire to European capitals asking what they could offer in terms of security guarantees for Kyiv.
Well, thank you, and thanks to all
Trump took European allies by surprise this week by calling Russia's President Vladimir Putin without consulting them or Kyiv beforehand and declaring an immediate start to Ukraine peace talks. In recent days, the Trump administration has made it clear to European allies in NATO to take primary responsibility for the region, stating that the U.S. has other priorities, such as border security and countering China. Those moves by the U.S. have raised fears that the EU could be excluded from a peace deal on Ukraine, with major implications for the EU's security. Meanwhile, European leaders said they would not accept being excluded from the talks.
The European Commission has voiced serious concerns over U.S. President Donald Trump's proposed reciprocal trade policies, warning that Europe will respond strongly and quickly to any unfair trade barriers.
The European Commission, EC, believes that U.S. President Donald Trump's reciprocal trade policy is a wrong step in bilateral trade relations. The European Commission also reaffirmed its commitment to continue supporting an open and mutually beneficial global trading system. Speaking at the Munich Security Conference, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said that trade wars and tariffs do not benefit any country. These policies will only increase costs for consumers and businesses, while disrupting transatlantic supply chains. Europe will take proportionate countermeasures to unjustified tariffs.
As part of the ongoing 9th extraordinary session, the National Assembly will discuss the supplementary project on socio-economic development for 2025, aiming for the growth target of 8% or more.
The Minister of Planning and Investment analyzes the favorable and difficult conditions of the economy in 2025. Accordingly, although the growth of over 8% in 2025 is difficult and challenging, the government has received consensus and very high determination from the central, local and the whole society. Regarding solutions, the Minister of Planning and Investment proposed a series of solutions to contribute to 8% growth, emphasizing new growth drivers such as technology, green economy, digital economy, new export markets and growth channels, new development of digital economy, e-commerce, tourism, logistics. Notably, the government will report to the central government to issue a separate resolution on private economic development, including business households, small and medium enterprises, and large-scale private enterprises with leadership capabilities.
Coming up next are some updated news.
In the draft decree on customs management of imported goods via e-commerce, the Ministry of Finance proposed tax exemption for goods imported via e-commerce worth 2 million Vietnamese dongs or less, but limiting the purchase value to no more than 96 million Vietnamese dongs per year in case the goods are over 2 million Vietnamese dongs or exceed the tax-free limit. Import tax will be imposed on the entire order value. Imported goods worth less than 1 million VND imported via express delivery are no longer exempt from import tax and value-added tax, VAT, from February 18th.
Bat Train Pottery Village and Van Phuc Silk Village in Hanoi were officially recognized as members of the global network of creative craft cities at a ceremony at the Thang Long Imperial Citadel. The event included activities to display, demonstrate and create Hanoi handicraft products in 2025. At the ceremony, Mr. Saad Al-Kadumi, chairman of the World Craft Council, assessed that Vietnam, especially traditional craft villages in Hanoi, have long been famous for their sophisticated handicraft products, preserved and developed over many centuries. Although Vietnamese craft villages have gone through the ups and downs of history and are at risk of extinction like many other craft communities in the world, Hanoi's craft villages have strongly revived, a clear testament to the perseverance and resilience of the Vietnamese people.
Song Lam Nguyen just won against Hai Phong in round 13 of V-League 2024-25 held at Vinh Stadium last night. After losing to Hanoi FC in round 12, Song Lam Nguyen returned to the second-to-last position on the V-League 2024-25 rankings. The final round of the first leg at Vinh Stadium is considered an extremely important match in the journey to find a ticket to stay in the league for both teams and is considered a 6-point match for the winning team. With home field advantage and determination to win all 3 points. As soon as the starting whistle blew, Song Lam Nguyen quickly pushed up their squad to put pressure on Hai Phong's field. With a 1-0 victory, Song Lam Nguyen has risen up to escape the second-to-last position on the rankings.
Choosing a path driven by his own courage, cultural researcher Cường, a millennial, has dedicated himself to studying Han Nom culture to explore ancient documents. Through this, he has produced research works with scientifically decoded arguments and evidence, with a deep love and sense of responsibility for preserving the ancient heritage of Nghệ An. Cường has earned the affectionate title of Young Scholar of Nghệ An.
The voice of our ancestors from thousands of years ago has become a fate and karma for Tran Man Quang to diligently study Han Nam culture to research and decode ancient documents, including valuable documents on national sovereignty. It is the basis for him to publish many valuable books, including in 2023 the book, Sovereignty over Hoang Sa, Trong Sa, through the works of famous people of Nguyen and international law.
For nearly 1,000 years, Vietnamese people learned Chinese characters and used them for writing. Therefore, if we can read Han Nam, we will know the knowledge in those vast treasures.
With a unique passion, whenever he finds a place where ancient documents are kept, Quang immediately goes there, from pieces of documents in clans, in temples or ancient shrines. He not only has new discoveries of scientific value, but is also a collector and preserver of extremely rare ancient books in Nguyen province and the whole country, with over 50 priceless ancient books that he owns.
Quang can not only read and understand the text in a profound way, but he also has the ability to compose. Obviously, not many young people follow this direction, so I think it is a research direction that can lead him to make a difference.
I know the difficulties that prevent Quang from research process, but he always has an optimistic spirit.
Tran Man Quang is currently a researcher at the Center for Social Sciences and Humanities of Nguyen. As a youngest Nguyen scholar in the province, he has always considered learning Han Nam culture and persistently researching ancient documents as a way to open up and promote the precious historical source as well as protect the remaining cultural vestiges in Nguyen.
I will publish a book of Nguyen stels, including many parts related to Buddhism, stels of scholars. I will collect stels related to religious life and history.
For Tran Man Quang, the path of going upstream to find history and traditional cultural values is the responsibility of a young person in protecting the ancient vestiges remaining in Nguyen.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.